houses across the street from them will also lose considerable amount, as well as the houses behind them. That's how close it is when you look at the map. The house across the street, the houses behind it, the houses beside it. So this is what you have to think of. That's the domino effect of the desirable neighborhood that spreads the loss of value too in the town. Value. See page 101 and 114, and I'm going to read a quick thing from the Real Estate Institute. Sure properties may be affected by outside conditions that do not affect most other neighborhoods. Fumes, noise from highway traffic, from commercial districts. I say again, from commercial districts or unfavorable view can negatively affect values. If the subject property is near the border of another residential neighborhood, it may be subject to certain value influence from the neighborhood. When the zoning variances are obtained easily and without consideration of the rest of the surrounding houses, the value of these properties may decrease. When existing zoning and building regulations are not enforced, neighborhood property values may decrease. Changes in the zoning may have positive or negative effects on the neighborhood as a whole, and they can have different effects on the individual properties in the neighborhood. For example, and I say again, for example, rezoning a corner site from residential to commercial use may have a negative effect on the neighborhood as a whole, although it increases the value of that particular property. So you see, you have to have a balance. When somebody says they need more revenue, you have to be careful what kind of revenue you're getting, because you could lose a lot of revenue somewhere else. And if you think light and air and pollution and traffic downgrade your home value, old wells take even a greater toll and tax dollars away from the town and destroy the neighborhood. It's important to protect groundwater from potential pollution because it could be devastating to this area because of how close the wells are to each other. The map will show density. Some wells I know are 20-25 feet apart. I had the occasion to own those properties and put in those wells. And that's how it was in those days. We clustered the wells and we spread out the leaching fields. So this is why, if anything happens in that neighborhood, it's going to be devastation because there's so many houses and so many wells near each other. Looking at the map will give you an idea of how many vehicles come out of Green Plain. They also flew that in because of the traffic thing. Carlton, Georgiana, and Sunnycrest neighborhood. Approximately 40 homes. Some have 4 cars in my neighborhood. Some have 2. And 2 houses have 1. So approximately 80 to 100 cars going out, 102 a day, plus those coming across from Tall Timber neighborhood, plus already it takes about 5 minutes to get out of the neighborhood at some times. Just what we'd like to know that when people complain about traffic. My point of view, possibly the best use of this would be 3 houses at 150-foot frontage apiece, leaving 50 feet to buffer the existing business highway. Why that suggestion? Well, in 1997, Plat 4, Lot 405 was granted relief from the minimum floor ratio from 25% to approximately 35%. Adding land to that lot would help bring the floor ratio in balance with the zoning code and add buffering to the adjacent lot because it would be 50 foot over. However, Mr. Russo told me tonight that he got permission to add to that addition since 1997 and to his body shop. So if that's the same lot, instead of having 35%, it was even higher now. Mr. Harry, we love them. You're busting your chops 25% right in the bathroom, the floor space. Conclusion, if it is so important to protect the groundwater from pollution, at least from other than conservation land for a single-family home on 1 acre sites next to business highway over the aquifer zone and not devaluate the neighborhood potentially, depending on what goes there. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
You know, give you this, the reference, what I just said. Reference, I guess, crazy.
T. I live at 1302 Victory Highway.
Bring your mic right into the microphone, please. Thank you, I did, yes.
I hate to get up here. I have only known the Russos for a short period of time. From everyone that I've talked to, they're a very respectable, reputable family. And I hate to be up here, saying that I'm not in favor or am in favor of the business, because I know how much that means, to them. But I feel like I have something that I would like to say that, and a lot of the issues have been brought up so eloquently by other people that the one area that I really want to focus on, which is my property. I live directly across from where the business highway property will be. And I just wanted to say that from personal experience and from talking to people and other means, that section of highway is dangerous. But you start out at the light. You have a hill coming both ways. When that's slippery, I've had people to my loan officer, when I told him I was buying that house, he said, "Oh my God," he said, "I hate to go up and down that hill when there's snow or ice on it. It's dangerous." He says, "Sometimes I can't make it up that hill." That's just one example. When I try to pull out of my driveway, there are a couple of us that have a big problem. You can't see up the hill very well. You can't see down there. There's trees. It's just the hill is in the way. It's very dangerous. I know there's been accidents out there. Previous owners have had accidents out there. Luckily, I haven't. But when I pull out of that driveway, it's like with a prayer sometimes. It's that dangerous. You can't see the cars coming for a great distance. And I hate to say this, but I think that with a business across the street, it's going to make the situation that much worse. I'm having a hard time pulling out of my area, and there's a lot of other factors around the neighborhood that make it dangerous. I think that adding a business, as much as I hate to say this, it's going to make a bad situation worse. Gators, everyone loves gators. There's a business, a great business. Everyone enjoys that restaurant. It's well managed, good people, but there's no exits. There's no ingress, egress per se coming out of there. Right at that light, coming right up that hill. There's just an open lot. I forget what somebody called it, a skip pump or skip curb. There's no curb. People can pull out anywhere they want. That's very dangerous. I had a friend told me the other day, she says, "I don't even like to do this." She says, sometimes, depending on what time it is, some people sometimes are unruly, but it's difficult. It's difficult negotiating that area. There's a light there, there's hills there, sometimes you have ice, snow, and then you have a business that there's no set area to pull in and out. There's not like one way. Like most businesses have one entrance, one ingress, egress. Gators doesn't have that. I don't know how, but I know they've been grandfathered in for a long time. But that's an issue that really concerns me. I just see, you know, this is just gonna make things much harder. The traffic that comes through here, with these factors, I know someone last meeting or the meeting before had mentioned Burrowville taking a big part of the commercial businesses. And that may be true, but I've noticed Borough, because I was a Burrovillian, they have had to put a lot of money into that highway to make it safe for that. They've had to put a stoplight, they've had to put, I don't know what those bump strips are called that separate the lanes. I can imagine how expensive that is. Do you know what I mean when you have to go from one lane to another? You have the bump strips that make the noise. These are all things that could increase what we're paying on taxes as this highway becomes more and more dangerous, especially in this area. They've had to change the lanes. Every time I go down that highway, I see where they're having to put more and more money into making that a safer highway because of the businesses and the accidents and so forth. So if this is going to, you know, if this were to increase accidents, you know, how much money is North Smithfield going to have to put in, as Burrowville put in, to increase the safety for the people traveling that road? That the groundwater, everyone has spoken about that. That just seems to be something that really, I know the EPA was out for 30 days, you know, the government shutdown, because I thought, you know, maybe, you know, perhaps they should have had some input. They just come back to work, because Monday was the first day the government was in session. You know, I'm just wondering, should they look into this groundwater situation? I know I lived in Harrisville. We had the greatest drinking water there was. It was the best in the state. Now that water has deteriorated so badly because of a garage. It had, the pumps evidently had leaked, the gas had leaked into the, you know, into the ground. And I assume they had said that was the main reason that groundwater was contaminated. I see elderly people, they deliver water to them. These elderly people can't even lift these huge bottles up to put it, you know, on the stand and that. We went from best drinking water in the state to you know, very deplorable conditions. That's why I'm just saying maybe the EPA should look into it further, because it's a beautiful community, beautiful reservoir. You know, should there be more examination on that? And like I said, I feel so bad bringing up these points because I know how much is. I just thought I'd thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
My name is Paul LeClaire. I live at 286 Old Oxford Road in North Smithfield. First of all, good evening. I'd like to welcome all returning members of the Town Council and the new members of the Town Council, the Administrator and the Town Clerk. I know you're going to be leaving soon. Good for you. I'd like to start by saying that I'm business friendly. I have nothing against the Russos. In fact, I even conducted business with John Russo Jr. in 2017 when he took possession of my daughter's totaled car. So as a homeowner with a well, a former VP of the town council, I've always taken interest in the preservation of clean drinking water in our town. In fact, I was especially actively involved with the ousting of a power plant company out of Chicago from building a peak power plant in North Smithfield over the largest aquifer in the Blackstone Valley area. And I'm very proud of that. In addition, I was also involved with the reactivation of monitoring the detection wells at the landfill and resource recovery LR&R that's located in North Smithfield. And I also, during my term, researched a lot of companies that dealt with either car scrap yards, auto body companies, manufacturing companies, all dealing with the protection of water. After reading the article in the Valley Breeze titled Victory Highway Property Up for Possible Zone Change dated January 17th regarding Mr. Russo's request, I decided to get involved and, in my opinion, to prevent a potential environmental risk to the aquifer zone on the proposed development Assessor's Plat 4, Lot 144. I do have a burning question, though, and that is, after reading the article, it also said that Mr. Russo came back to the town council with a new version of the plan. So my question would be, has the town received a revised application as of yet? Is it still the same, or has it been revised? And with that question, I would expect that it's referencing the plot and lat, the plat and the lot, and the new version of the application needs to be specific and exact in its description of a use with no open-ended interpretations. Tonight, I've heard many people talk about the overall use and exactly what is it going to be used for. I'd like to see the application specify that so at least people understand what's coming or what they're proposing to build. The zones on a business residential and business highway is very different in terms of what you can ultimately be used for use. And there's, I think, 65 total uses. There's 22 that are different in between business residential and business highway. So those particular things are a concern to me, and I'm not sitting down and I can't answer that question myself because I haven't seen the revised application, but I'm hoping that it's more specific than the first one. In terms of the allowed in an aquifer zone, there was a gentleman today that spoke about section 19 of the North Smithfield ordinances. For the record, I have one copy that I would like to put in the as record. It pertains to the North Smithfield ordinance, section 6.19, which is regulation of groundwater aquifer zones, groundwater recharge areas, wellhead protection areas, and water supply basin. So I'd like to introduce that as information for the town council. There are two areas, though, that wasn't mentioned. The first area that I had was about the septic and solid waste management, which this gentleman mentioned, but there was two other ones that kind of jumped out at me that I'd like to share. One was number 3, and this is under prohibited uses, section 6.19.5. Number 3 states, prohibited use of any storage of petroleum or petroleum products, including without limitation, gasoline service stations, fuel dealers, oil and bottled gas sales and service, and open lot storage such as fuels. You're probably saying, why is he talking about that when Mr. Russo said he wasn't going to extend his business, but until I see something or someone presents something saying otherwise in writing, to me, it's still up in the air. Next was number 9, which is prohibited use of boat or motor vehicle service or repair shops, gasoline or diesel-powered engine repair shops, and commercial car washes. So that covered that piece. The next thing I did some research on was our comprehensive plan. And under the comprehensive plan, it says G-2.0 goals, policies, and actions, protect prime groundwater aquifers, and recharge areas from potential environmental damage. With that, a section said, strengthen existing groundwater overlay protection regulations and revise the overlay district map to include all protection zones listing service and water supply basins. One of the other sections mentioned, strengthen non-point source pollution standards with emphasis on protection areas over principal groundwater reservoirs or recharge areas or within reservoir drainage areas in accordance with the town's Phase 2 storm management plan. So this also I'm submitting for the record. In terms of the property in question, I ended up finding some information that I had searched years ago when I was doing some research for different types of companies, and I have a copy that I'm going to submit for the record, Town Council meeting minutes of August 3rd, 1987, special meeting, North Smithfield Town Council. The petition of David Houle, Vice President of Houle Enterprises, requesting a change of zone from RS to BH, which is Business Highway, for Lot 144 on Assessor's Plat 4. So the notes, all the notes I was taking during that meeting is here, and I'd like to submit that for the record. In my opinion, the summary was, after much discussion and the request of the planning board representative further explain the position, and due to the lack of information being presented by David Houle's attorney, a motion to vote